Hello and welcome back. Today I have the most exciting video of the year. It is my 2021 beauty favourite. So I'm just going to be talking makeup here. I like to keep it quite simple on my channel. There could be a lot of different categories of favourites, as I'm sure you know by watching everyone else's favourites video, but I just like to keep it streamlined. So I've looked back through all of the favourites videos that I've filmed this year and kind of collated all of the favourites that I included in those and picked my favourites from these. Now, there are a couple of honourable mentions which haven't been included in previous favourites, but for the most part you will find that these are products that I've pulled from those favourites videos throughout the year, just to give like my best of the best. This is if you only need one set of products. I've tried to include something from every category. You can reference this video. I'm excited. The makeup that I'm wearing on my face today are pretty much all products that I'm going to be talking about today. Obviously, where there's like multiple shades or multiple products in category, then obviously I'm not wearing every single thing on my face, but I will tell you as I'm going through which ones I'm wearing and which ones I'm not. Who's excited for 2022? I am really looking forward to the new year and just seeing where it takes us this year. I think I've got a good feeling about it. I know that everyone has said that the past 2 years and then wow, did things go south. But you know what? I actually think in the grand scheme of things, we have been like really lucky in terms of like, we've definitely seen loss in our family, we have struggled with hardships. We've all gone through ups and downs, but I do think that we overall have come out very lucky. We still have a roof out over our heads, we still have both of our jobs. So yeah, I am just thinking about all the people that don't have those, aren't as privileged to have come out as unscathed. Not that we've come out of it yet, but got through what we have got through unscathed. And yeah, anyway, enough about the sad things. Let's get on to the superficial makeup things. So without further ado, here are my 2021 makeup favorites. Okay, so the first thing that I wanted to mention, and this actually is an ongoing favorite. I included this in my last beauty favorites of the year as well. It is the Pixi Glow Mist. Not going to go on about it because I've talked about it so much, but it is a really, really good glow giving setting mist. You can use it before your makeup if you want just everything to lay a little bit better on top, or you can use it at the end of your makeup just to kind of refresh your skin and give yourself a little bit more of a healthy, dewy vibe. This is a favorite one, my favorite one that I've ever found. This is the second bottle I've purchased of it, and I will probably keep repurchasing it after I'm done. Next, foundation. So this was the year of light coverage foundation. Well, actually no, I discovered light coverage foundations last year when I found the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder foundation. I loved that last year. It's so glow giving, but the shade range is really bad. So I was looking for something that could replace that in my collection this year, and I did find it. I'm sure you know what I'm going to say. I'm going to talk about it in a second, but I wanted to just give honourable mentions to two other foundations that I have kept going back to in between using this one. One is the Milani Screen Queen foundation. This is their natural finish foundation. It is light coverage, but it's light to medium, I would say. You can definitely build it up, but I think this looks better when you use less on your skin. And I kind of think that about most foundations these days, but like using one pump of this is beautiful for like an everyday, just evening out your skin tone, giving yourself a bit of a healthy glow, and it's just a really good daytime foundation. I think it's a really good staple one to have, and it's obviously not super expensive. Then on the other end of the spectrum, I have the Hourglass foundation stick. Now, originally I bought this back when we were living in our flat, so I think that must have been 3 years ago. I think it was in 2019. So I want to say 2 to 3 years ago, and I've just about got to the end of this one, which is in the shade Porcelain, and I did buy a deeper shade of this, just because this one can be a little bit light and make me look a little bit sickly sometimes. So I decided to go for the shade Shell. I'm just kind of like right on the last ends of this. It's actually broken off because I've used so much of it, so I don't want to twist it up too far, but this one is, you can see it's just a little bit deeper, and this is kind of like my perfect summer shade, but I have also been wearing it in the winter. It's like workable. This one I always go back to because it honestly just gives your skin such a nice glow, and it really meshes with the texture of your skin so well. It's dewy, it's glow giving, it's definitely going to make you look shiny. If you are not into that, be warned, but I love that. It's not one that I use every day because it is expensive, but it lasts for ages. I really haven't seen the formula change as it's got older. It hasn't dried out, it hasn't changed like smelling weird and stuff like that, and it has lasted me 2 years. So I think if you can get this on sale, it is a good staple foundation to have if you have normal to dry skin. I think it's just such a good like full coverage evening foundation for me. Definitely wanted to give those two an honourable mention, but my 2021 foundation favourite, which is like the one that I instantly think of, is the Urban Decay Stay Naked Hydromaniac. I've talked about this so much. I'm in the shade 30. I do also have the shade 20, which I bought first and regretted because it was a little bit too light. 30 is like perfect in between. I can wear it if I'm tanned. I am wearing it today and I don't think it looks too dark. So just gonna offer enough to smooth everything out. It's definitely not full coverage. Use a little bit of it as well, because the more you use of it, the worse it looks. But if you use like a little, just a little drop on a brush, sheer it out all over the face, it's going to give you such a nice kind of tinted moisturizer look. I just kept going back to it time after time after time again. Used it. It was like the only foundation I used from, I want to say like March to September. That was all I was using, so that was definitely my favourite overall for the year. Now, for concealer, there are a few different ones I've tried and you will have seen them popping up here and there in my videos this year, but the one that I always go back to, and it was my favourite last year, okay, but it is really good. It's the Uoma Stay Woke Concealer. This is full coverage, but it just blends with your skin so well, looks gorgeous. Again, I've spoken about it a lot, so I'm not going to go on about it, but if you want a good all-rounder full coverage concealer that's going to give you the coverage that you want, definitely check out the Uoma Stay Woke, because I'm now on my 3rd tube of it. It's so good. Onto blush. This was the year of cream blush for me. If you saw my cream blush review video, you'll know all of the cream blushes that I have tried. I have even tried a few more than are in that video, I think now. I chose 2. So I think overall, I prefer the compact cream blushes this year. I said in my 2020 favourites revisited video that I think the year before that was like all about the stick cream products, and this year has definitely moved more into like compact cream products, you know, bronzers in the little pots that you just put your brush in and put it right on your face. Same with blush. I think you definitely are seeing the trends move towards that, and those are my favorites this year. I just love the ease of them. I love like that you can just, you know, you don't have to draw it on your face if you don't want. You can like dig your finger in there, or you can just pop a brush in there. So the 2 blushes that I've chosen are the e.l.f. Putty Blush and the Melt Cream Blushlights. I couldn't pick one, okay? So I have a drugstore option for you. I think the e.l.f. Putty Blushes are really good for their price point. If you want to delve into the world of cream blush, then these are a good one to start with. I will say you can't use them like you would use a lot of cream blushes, because they are that putty matte texture. I don't get a nice look if I go in with my fingers with this, so I have to use a brush like this kind of stippling face brush, and I will like go straight in the pot and straight onto my face. These are more mattifying. They're not gonna give you a glow, but they are just gonna look really healthy and like your skin. I'm gonna list the shades that I have down below, but I have a more peachy one, and then I have a more kind of rosy one here as well. And then the Melt Cream Blushlights, again, I talked about these in my October favorites. I kind of discovered them the latter half of this year, but I've just bought another one because I love the formula so much. So this is in the shade Sandy Cheeks, and this you will have seen on my channel before. I recently bought the shade Polished. So I think if you're gonna spend a little bit more on cream blush, go for these because the packaging of these is really nice. Like, it's a magnetic closure, feels really luxe, and it has a nice mirror in it and stuff. But it's not like high-end prices, so it's a good kind of in-between level. I just love the formula of them. I think they're so creamy, so blendable. I prefer using these with my finger and applying them and then blending them out with a brush, but they definitely give you more of a glow to the skin. I'm wearing Polished today, which is more of like a dark pink grapefruit shade. A nicer shade for like the winter months than Sandy Cheeks, which is more of a kind of autumn shade for me because it's more kind of orangey and terracotta-y. I think they have such a nice range of shades as well. There's definitely at least one more shade I want to try from them. And yeah, out of all the cream blushes I've tried, I would say that Melt and Elf are the ones that I would recommend the most to you. For bronzer, I'm actually choosing the same contour stick as I chose last year. This is the Uoma it's not the Stay Woke, it's the Double Take Sculpt and Strobe Stick. I have the shade White Pearl. I love this for contour, but I also can just use it as a one and done kind of contour bronzing stick. Really, really nice formula. Don't really love the highlight. I honestly just never use the highlight, but the bronzer and the contour shade of this is definitely a favorite, and it's one that I've been reaching for a lot this year as well as last year. And then for powder bronzer, I've been really enjoying, this is the Milani Silky Matte Bronzer in the shade Sunlight, and I love this. It's so nice for like a really natural, again, it gives you a contour, but it also gives you some nice warmth. Well, for my skin tone anyway. It gives you some nice warmth as well, so you can use it just on its own as a contour and a bronzer, or with a contour stick and then warming it up. I am wearing both of these on my face today, and I just really love the combo together. Such a nice blendable formula. It's really smooth, like it says, silky matte, so it's not going to give you any shine or shimmer, but it doesn't like pick up other product underneath or anything. It's a really, really good formula for the price point again. Okay, in terms of powder, I've really only used one powder this entire year, and I don't know if I will ever try another powder. I don't know. I probably will. Let's not get too carried away, but I really do love this powder, and I think I will probably repurchase it because I have already hit pan, so I can see myself running out of this in 2022. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. It's mattifying, it makes your skin look blurred, perfected, it gives a nice healthy glow at the same time. It's just everything I want in a powder. I didn't actually like this the first time I tried it. I thought it looked too powdery and cakey, but I think the secret is to not use too much of it. Like, it kicks up a lot of powder when you put your brush in, so you can easily put too much on your face and it to look like a bit, whoa, like you're wearing a lot of powder kind of thing. But if you use a little bit less than you think you need, then you get a really nice look. I am wearing it today. You can see for yourself. So I'm not wearing any highlighter today. I'm just wearing those cream blushes and the cream contour, and it works great. So yeah, I don't have a highlight to talk about. I didn't actually buy a highlight in 2021, I don't think. I feel like trends have just changed and my tastes have changed, and here we are. We have not bought a highlight in 2021. I did mention my RMS Beauty highlight in my 2020 favorites revisited, and anytime I'm wearing highlight, it tends to be this one. So I would say that this is still a favorite, and it's just a really good cream highlight and looks really natural on your skin. So I recommend that, but otherwise don't really have a highlight to talk about. Same with brows. I've used two brow products this year, both fiber gels. One was the e.l.f. Wow Brow. Actually, I have it here. One was the e.l.f. Wow Brow, and this is in the shade Taupe. And then the other one is the Glossier Boy Brow, and this is in the shade Blonde. I wouldn't say that I'm gonna run out and repurchase either of these. So yes, I don't have a brow product per se to talk about, but I just thought I would mention those if anyone is looking for a brow product. Okay, in terms of eyeshadow, there is one that stood out to me, hands down. This has been my favorite eyeshadow of 2021, and it is the Kosas 10-second eyeshadow in the shade Globe. I'm wearing it on my eyes today. I'm wearing it kind of more sheared out, but I've done a few tutorials this year and a few kind of makeup looks, get ready with me's and stuff where I've used this, and every time I just love it. I just love it so much. It's so bronze and beautiful, and it just wears really nicely throughout the day. It doesn't like get all creasy and weird. It's just really shimmery. You could wear it as a eyeshadow topper if you wanted, or you can just wear it all over your eyeshadow. Like, that's the way that I normally wear it. And I don't have any powder eyeshadows to recommend this year. I have definitely used powder eyeshadows here and there, but cream and liquids is where it's at for me at the moment. And that was the only one I wanted to mention that I thought was like the standout product that I had to talk about for eyeshadow. All the others were just like, I really like them, but do I love them as much as this one? Probably not. For mascara, I have two to mention. These are both favorites, and they kind of have like different purposes. At the moment, it is the e.l.f. Keep Your Curl mascara. This is what I'm wearing today. This is what I'm wearing every day because this is my open mascara. I don't like having more than one mascara open because they go bad so quickly. And then the other favorite from this year is the Glossier Lash Slick mascara. I love this. I love this. This is a great everyday, really thin, fluttery, wispy lash mascara. This one is good for as like, you could wear it in the daytime and have like defined lengthened lashes, and then you could use it at night and like amp up the volume quite a bit. So I like this because it's kind of more of an all-rounder than this one, which is why I didn't repurchase this one, but I have gone through 2 tubes of this and I really love it, and I think I probably will repurchase it. We are moving on to lips. So this was in my 2020 favorites. This is the Charlotte Tilbury JK Magic lipstick. I love this. Like I said in that video, this is like my perfect nude lipstick. It's her cream formula, my favorite formula she does. I just love this on me. It is like my lips but better. Okay, so that's my favorite lipstick. Lip liner, I would still say, is the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat. I've now got the Iconic Nude shade, but I haven't actually used this yet. So Iconic Nude is just brown toned, and the Pillow Talk is obviously more pinky mauve toned. You can see there. The Red Apple Lipstick Tiny Dancer Lip Gloss. This they sent to me in PR this year, and this is the out of all the lip products they sent, this is the one that I have been like reaching for over and over again. So sorry, but my camera ran out of memory, so I had to go delete or import some footage so I could delete. I couldn't find my memory card, but I'm back, and I think I was talking about this Tiny Dancer Red Apple Lipstick lip gloss, and it is just the perfect brown toned, nude. It looks good without any lipstick underneath, but also with a lipstick underneath. It just is a really good all-rounder, wet looking, juicy lip gloss. And then the more recent discoveries were the By Beauty Bay lip glosses. These are so cheap. They're like £2 or £3 per lip gloss if they're on sale. I've said it before, but By Beauty Bay really often have quite decent chunks off their own brand products. So it's definitely worth waiting till you can get these in a sale, because I think they're like £5 each normally, but in the sale you can get them for like £2 or £3. Yeah, the shades I have are Ballet and Slippers, and one is like a more pinky nude and one is a more light beigey nude. I've swatched these in recent videos, so I'm not going to do it again, but these are just really good all round. Again, very similar type formula if you can't get hold of Red Apple lipstick, because I know they are a little bit more of an indie brand. These are a great option. They're very comfortable on the lips, and they have a nice amount of pigment to them. They don't have any shimmer either. The like most recent favorite that I am actually wearing on my lips today, and I'm gonna reapply some. It's not the most long wearing. This is the Glossier Ultra Lip, and I have the shade Trench. Now this is, I would actually describe this as a gloss stick. It's like a lipstick, but it's so glossy. It's a lot more glossy than any other lipsticks I own, that it's almost like a lip gloss. It's not quite a lip gloss formula. This is really what I wanted the e.l.f. Sheer Slick lip product to be. But this one I feel like lasts a little bit longer. The e.l.f. one just didn't last long enough. It faded so quickly that I was like, what's even the point? This one lasts a little bit longer, and when it fades, it still has that really comfortable, kind of cushiony texture on your lip, so you don't feel like really dry, whereas the e.l.f. ones I feel like dried out on my lips really quickly. So yeah, this is a very recent favorite, but I wanted to include it because it is what I'm wearing today on my lips, and I've really been enjoying it. I have literally only had it like 2 or 3 weeks, but yeah, really enjoyed that. So yeah, that is it. Those are my 2021 makeup favorites. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what your 2021 beauty favorites have been this year, and just what your favorites in general this year have been. I would love to hear in the comments. I love hearing from you all in the comments, and I always read every single one, and I appreciate you so much. Thank you for continuing to join me on this weird YouTube ride that I'm on. I mean, year on year, I feel like I have so many plans for YouTube, and then things just get in the way and life happens. But you know what? I'm still going with this, and I really enjoy filming videos, and I'm glad that you guys seem to enjoy watching them still. Thank you for your support as always. It is so appreciated. Every view, every comment, every like is just so appreciated. So thank you. And I wouldn't be continuing to do this if it wasn't for you. So thank you for your support. Most of all, I hope that you are keeping well and taking care of yourself. And yeah, I will see you in my next video in 2022. Thanks for watching. Bye.